Good morning. How are you? So, Premier League Week 8 review. So, starting out of 10 matches, I only got 2 right. So, ouch. Some surprises, some, tight matchups that could have gone either way. So let's start with Nottingham Forest Chelsea. I don't know why I chose Forest to win. So guess what? Chelsea won. So I think last time also had chosen Chelsea to lose against Liverpool and they won. So need to check if it's a question of me picking against Chelsea that gives him the win or not. So Chelsea won 3-0. So Ange Ball is over. He's going to be replaced by, it seems, Sam Dyche. So going more to a Nuno-like manager. His stats are similar to Nuno in terms of his team's output. There's a couple of differences, but more or less the same. He actually has some ties to Nottingham Forest. He played there. I think some of his coaches also play there, so it could be interesting to see at least a coach that has some story with the team. Let's see if he succeeds. So Forest had 5 good chances. Didn't take a single one of them. Chelsea had 4, scored 3. So talk about being clinical. So Forest had 2.56 against 2.14 xG of Chelsea. So I don't know if it's Ange that is cursed or his time at Forest. We'll just have to wait and see. So Sunderland against Wolves. I had this as a draw. So Wolves, the previous 2 games, started well, scored a goal, protected the lead, and then at the end the other team scored. This time, well, Sunderland created 2 good chances, scored 2 goals. So Wolves failed to create a good chance, so had twice as many shots, but failed to score. So means that quality won over quantity, at least this game. So 1.17 xG for Sunderland, 0.79 xG for Wolves. So now Wolves dead last. For the first time, a win is not enough to get them out of the relegation zone. So tough going now, because even if they get a good result, it will not guarantee that they are out of the relegation zone. We'll see how it goes. So Burnley versus Leeds United. Another one that I had set for a draw, but Burnley won it 2-0 also. So looking just at the stats, so Leeds was the dominant team, clearly. So created several good chances, couldn't score a single one. So just so you can see, Burnley had 0.56 xG. So you'd expect them to, in 10 games, to score 6, or in 10 games they will score 1, right? And in the other 4 they would not score any, and they had 2. So I think like Chuana had a worldly. So I think they had 4 shots. So yeah. So they scored the only good chance, and they had 3 shots outside the area. but really outside the area. And Choina scored early, and it was 2-0. So, yeah. Yeah, so it's like the things that when you look at data, like Burnley, they don't get a lot of, or they don't create a lot of chances. Sometimes there are games like this, like they outscore the opponent, so they're at home, so they had a good defense. I think last year, I don't know how they fared against Leeds, but they were very good at least playing at home. So yeah, so Burnley outside of the relegation zone, Leeds a big back near the relegation zone. So then Crystal Palace Bournemouth. At Crystal Palace, it was a 3-3 tie. Best game of the week by far. So Mateta failed a sitter to what would have been his fourth goal of the game, poker. But he missed. He was devastated. Like probably the saddest player you've seen after scoring a hat-trick in the end of the game. So yeah, so Bournemouth got the lead. So Bournemouth strives in chaos. So high pressure, looking to win the second ball, looking to win the ball near the opponent's area, and is they're third on the table, so working for them. The issue is that they're one of the worst teams holding into a lead, because even if they're better at it this year, it's still not a way to play that is suitable to hold on to a lead. So they once again didn't hold to it. So in this game, once again, like Crystal Palace missed so many chances, they created so many chances. So they had 3.94 xG against 2.14 xG for Bournemouth. So Bournemouth 3 goals is what you expect for this kind of xG, but with 3.94 you'd expect probably even a couple more to Crystal Palace. Yeah, still it was a good game for both strikers. Like Mateta had 3 goals, Krupi had 2. So yeah. So Brighton Newcastle. I had picked Newcastle. Brighton won. So 2 clinical goals from Welbeck, 1 very nice goal from Woltemade. So Brighton had lower XG, but not so 0.89. Newcastle 1.36 XG, which means that in most cases, if you had to repeat the game, same chances, normally it would end 2-1 to Newcastle most of the times. But that's why they play the game, and because any time you kick a ball, you never know what can happen. So Manchester City Everton, so one of the 2 results I got right. Manchester City won 2-0. Haaland scored 2, hit the crossbar and failed 2 goals 1-1. So 2.35 xG for Manchester City, 0.67 xG for Everton. Bet had a chance, got into it late. I think they really missed Grealish, but he can't play against Manchester City. He will be back probably with a vengeance next week. So then Fulham Arsenal, another game that I got right. So 1-0 to Arsenal. Arsenal created 3 good chances. So you can see that their XG, so 2.1 versus 0.57 for Fulham. Yeah. So, but they always get their their goal. So Wilson looked lively for Fulham, and Saka did the same for Arsenal. Had a very good game. So apart from that, like, they scored from a corner, as we are used to, and had the 2 penalties denied for Arsenal. So at least one of them should clearly been given. So then Tottenham, Aston Villa. So I picked Tottenham, and Tottenham lost to Aston Villa. So Tottenham has not been having the best stats, and it haven't been having the best results also the last games. So I think the last 5 they had 3 draws, 2 losses, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so Villa won the game without creating a single good goal scoring opportunity, which they have been struggling to create. Some people have been saying that they are playing too narrow. They had better results last year when they would open up a bit more on the wings, but well, I'm not their manager. But their team too are getting the results. So Tottenham had 2, scored just 1 goal. So 1.39 for XG for Tottenham, 0.52 XG for Villa. So it's not that Tottenham is lighting the world on fire, like you can see, like Crystal Palace or some other teams. Like they have like 3 XGs and stuff like that. They are very regular, but that's the thing. Like if you only create chances for 2 goals and you don't take one of them, you end up with 1 goal, which tends to be very short, at least to win, especially if you let goals in. So the big game of the week, Liverpool Manchester United. I had picked Liverpool. Guess what? Manchester United won. So started really early, 1-0 by Mbeumo. Bruno Fernandes missed the goal. I think even before caught the Gag post, had hit the post before. Still, Manchester United played a bit like what Bournemouth does. So kick the ball up, look to win or position to win the second ball, and especially the way that Liverpool has been playing, it has. They had issues against Bournemouth, they had issues against Chelsea, now against Manchester United. So seems that the cat is out of the bag. So if you just play taking wing backs and just push everyone forward, then you have a lot of space in behind. So Konate, Van Dijk, good defenders, but you put them one-on-one or with space in behind, especially Van Dijk, not knowing probably for his speed at his age right now, and trouble. Still, Manchester United then sit a bit more back. Liverpool went with everything, squandered a lot of chances, but the way they were attacking, Gakpo was looking at least set to break the deadlock. But Gakpo actually scored the equalizer, but then on a rebound, Bruno Fernandes with a beautiful cross, and Maguire with an absolutely excellent header made the final result 2-1 for Manchester. So in terms of XG, so Liverpool had 3.2 XG and United 1.34. So yeah, clinical Manchester United, which was something that they have been failing. They have been creating a lot of very good chances, but they have been trouble putting them away. And this game, they actually put them away, and it was the opponent who squandered opportunities. So 4 losses in a row for Liverpool, but they still create a lot of scoring chances. But well, we'll just have to see how it goes, because everything returns to the mean normally. and well, a lot of games that they scored in too late. Now a lot of games they have been lost to it late. So, and then the final game on Monday, West Ham versus Brentford. Very poor performance from West Ham again. So they lost 2-0 at home. So Brentford at 3.23 xg and West Ham at 0.31 xg. So yeah, Nuno has a lot of work to do if he doesn't want to get the second sack this season, and probably if it keeps like this, I don't know if we can call it deserved or if West Ham is really missing, I don't know if it's either pieces, direction, or a little more work with Nuno to try and get them more results. So West Ham, Wolves looking really bad. Forest, I think, can probably improve, which makes probably Burnley at this point of the season looking the three more likely to go down. Well, that's it. So let's see how teams play after the Champions League and the European football, at least the ones on top. And well, that's it.